I'm ready for you to drag popular but unethical or poor formulated skincare brands. 안녕하십니까 여러분. Hi, hello, 안녕, 레입니다. 반갑습니다. 반가워요. 반가. Okay, so we're doing part 2, I think. Ask me anything. A Q&A kind of situation. I don't know, I liked doing the first one. It was really fun. You guys asked really hard-hitting questions. Before we start, I have to do some housekeeping. I received this in the mail from KBS World Radio. This was sent to me by DJ NG Nuna. And if you guys don't know what KBS World Radio is, they're basically a radio station that's worldwide, but they're based in South Korea, Seoul, I believe. And I love listening to their broadcast live from Korea every morning at 7 a.m. in New York on Wednesday and Thursdays, and that's when they broadcast it over there in Seoul, which is 8 p.m. KST, I believe. So if you tune in to their shows and you write in messages or you answer their interactive segments, or you answer what? No, hold on. Why am I holding it? You answer their questions during their interactive segments. That's when you get to win prizes, and I won this.
Getting to another message from RAYLIUR. 안녕하십니까, 여러분. I feel like you're starting off some sort of like event here in Korea, the way you're greeting it. You're like the MC for the evening. 안녕하십니까, 여러분. DJ님, 안녕. Sorry I missed the past 2 weeks of KPC. Time is a myth at this point. Been so busy with work and grad school. Hope you're doing well. There's this new R&B song called One Day by... you already know, Monsta X. Could you play this for me, please? 주세요. It's a short song, so it won't take up too much airtime, lol. Be safe and stay hydrated, everyone. Thank you very much, Ray, for that. Yeah, you've been quiet for a little bit. I did notice that. But it's okay. You're usually very, very active and very, very supportive of our show, so 2 weeks, I guess we could allot you that, right? So, work and grad school. It does sound like you're juggling quite a bit, Ray. Well, hopefully this Monsta X song will rev you up to give you the energy that you need to get through all of it. Let's listen to Monsta X One Day. That's for you, Ray.
I love this intro. And they already told me like what I won. It's a mouse pad and a pair of socks. Last time I won this, I won 2 pairs of socks. And I'm really happy with it because I love the prints that were on the socks. They're bear socks. I love bears. Oh, here's my phone case. It is, can you see it here? Hold on, you guys can't see it? Okay, can you see it here? It says Happy Day is a bear. And then I also have like a bear sticker, and I love teddy bears. This has been sitting in my apartment for 2 weeks. I haven't opened it because I've been so busy. But today I have a day off. Opening it. I was gonna keep the envelope because I took a peek at it. Okay, done. This is the mouse pad.
It's a lion.
It's from a company called Warm Gray Tail. Look at this. Hi, I'm a lion. 감사합니다, NG 누나. 진짜 좋아해요. And then these are the same socks I got last time, which I was expecting actually. I was like, oh my gosh, I won the prize again. I can't wait for new socks or more socks. I've never been this excited for a mouse pad before, but anyways, so let's get down to business. How this works is, it's very simple. You guys send me questions over on Instagram. I post a story about it with the little question tab thing. You guys reply there. You can ask me literally anything. And if it's too like personal or whatever, I'll just ignore it. But you guys haven't been too personal with me yet, so that's great. Keep it that way, cause you know, I like a good 6 feet distance from people, especially now. It could be about skincare, it could be about Monsta X, it can be about K-pop in general, K-dramas. No one's asked me questions about K-dramas yet, so that was my lens cap. So I have, oh my gosh, what's in my eye? I have the questions right here in front of me right now. So who should I start with? I don't know. I'm not gonna name names unless it's someone who wanted me to name their names. First question is from Jess Does a Thing. She's my friend here on YouTube. She's my skincare bestie, skincare buddy, fellow skin enthusiast. She's the funniest person on earth, and her videos are just amazing. She does a lot of K skincare or Asian skincare videos. Her question was, What video were you unsure about but turned out better than expected? To be very honest, every single video I put out, I'm just like, I'm not sure what I want to do with this video, or like I have a vision, but like sometimes during the editing process, during the filming process, things don't go my way or turn out the way I wanted to, and so I get discouraged and then I become unsure about certain things. I become uncertain about the video, I should say. And I remember filming my favorite toners video, or like, I don't remember what I titled it. I think it's the toner video. And I think currently that's my most viewed skincare related video on the channel. Filming that was horrible. That was a day when this camera, this very camera that I'm filming with, decided to just malfunction. It recorded everything, but then once I play it back on my laptop, all the footages that I recorded were glitchy. The audio was like snap/click sounds all over the place. It was creepy. I was convinced that this apartment was haunted. I ended up having to refilm the entire video from the middle to the end, and I was so frustrated that day because I don't know if you guys do YouTube, you guys probably know what I'm talking about. We don't just sit, turn on camera, and then talk to the camera. Like, there's a lot of preparation that goes into it. Like, I have to do my hair. If I don't do my hair is like legit flatter than this. This is really flat. Anyways, we're not gonna get into the whole politics of my hair at this point. I had the whole script planned out, and then it was just really the camera that didn't work out. When I uploaded it, I remember getting like 10 views within like the first hour, and then I was like, oh, it's not gonna do well. Oh well, move on to the next, right? Quite literally, it was like overnight, it shot up to like 300 views, and I was like, how? Why? What's going on? What did I miss? And so I checked my analytics, trying to look for an answer, like what I did right, what I did wrong. Apparently, people were searching Google, and then Google had put my video on like top search or whatever in terms of like Korean skincare toners, or I don't really know what the exact keywords were. And that ended up boosting my video. And that video is now really successful. So I'm happy about that. But also that whole process was like a nightmare. Why do you only review Korean skincare products? Short version is just that I prefer Korean skincare products over American, European skincare products. But the longer version is that I feel like Korean skincare products across the board are a bit more affordable compared to, say, American skincare products. The only, I guess, expensive part of Korean skincare products is the shipping that I normally have to pay for. But other than that, I feel like because the Korean skincare industry has been so big throughout like history, right? They've been doing this for a very, very long time. And because of that, I feel like there's just a lot more options as opposed to American/European skincare brands. And of course, I know, you know, Estee Lauder, Clinique, they're all pretty well established brands. I just think Korean skincare products definitely have a more gentle approach in terms of the formulation and the ingredients that they use. Like, you don't normally see retinoids or retinol ingredients in Korean skincare products, and that's because retinols are a bit more aggressive, and you just have to like really be careful with using retinoids. For me, like, I get my antioxidants and my anti-aging, if you want to call it that, I hate that term, but like skin health, right? Skin longevity. I get those effects through Korean skincare products because they're gentler and they use ingredients that are good for my skin. So I guess that's why I only review Korean skincare products. I just haven't come across an American or European or any other country's skincare products that really work for my skin. I really prefer to just kind of share my thoughts on products that I feel like would work for my skin or have worked for my skin, not sit here and tell you guys like, oh, all these products never worked. Of course, like, that's also helpful, but for me it's just like, I don't really feel like, you know, crapping on brands or whatever. So that's why. Am I leaving anything out? I feel like I'm leaving some things out, but I'll probably think of it later. I don't know. Next question we have is, why are your videos always sponsored by StyleKorean? Okay, to be fair, not all videos are sponsored, okay? I have like videos I put out that aren't sponsored. You guys just don't watch it. I like working with StyleKorean. They're the first, not the first, but like they're the first brand that I really, really enjoyed working with. In the past, other companies that I partnered with or had been affiliated with or have sponsored my videos, they were good, but they were never like, we'll take care of you, you know? Because like my videos are quote unquote sponsored, but they're not actually like, they don't pay me to say anything nice about their products. What StyleKorean does is they have this program called Try Me, Review Me. As a skin enthusiast or influencer or whatever you want to call yourselves, you apply to this program called Try Me, Review Me. And it's not like they reach out and be like, hey, we like you, you should work with us. It's more like, I see that you guys have either new products or products you're trying to promote, and I want to test them out for you. So for me, my standpoint is that they're offering products for me to test, and I'm just gonna make a video with my honest thoughts on it. To me, it's not sponsored, although it does fall under the whole term sponsorship. What I like about StyleKorean is that they have this really legit program where they recruit, I think it's usually 100 to 200 reviewers per week or per bi-weekly, I don't know. But they recruit us, we apply, we sign up, we fill out like an application, and then they send out the products, we try it for about a month's time, and then we make a review either on YouTube or on Instagram. I love this progression, and I like this system that they have. And they do acknowledge like our videos, they do acknowledge the time and effort we put into our videos, because I do get emails from them saying like, we watched your videos, we like your videos, and that's really heartwarming. That's all they have to do. Like, that's all a brand has to do for me, is to acknowledge that my effort was there and that I didn't waste my time doing something for them. I don't know if that makes sense. But that's why I really like working with StyleKorean, is that I never feel like I'm forced to do anything for them. And then also, I really like their system. And the PR team at StyleKorean are just amazing. I know a few of them at this point because I've been working so many times with them. Shout out to Naomi, shout out to Namuna, to Nasha, to Summer / Natalie. Thank you guys over there so much for your love and support of this channel for this whole year. I feel like I've been working closely with StyleKorean for a whole year now, so I'm really happy about that. Thank you for this question. I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, sponsorship equals dishonest review, and it's never that way. Like, you can ask every single skinfluencer on YouTube, even Instagram. PR teams send us products. We are expected to review it, right? But we're never expected to say nice things about it. Like, my video with Innisfree. I love Innisfree as a brand, and I mentioned that on my video, but there are products that just didn't work for me, and I was very honest about it. Like the tone-up cream, it broke me out and I couldn't use it, so I stopped using it. And that's it. And that's the beauty of skincare, is that whatever works for me may not work for you, and whatever may work for you may not work for me. StyleKorean understands that, and I'm sure a lot of brands out there understand that philosophy too. And so I don't think there's ever any brands that would force an influencer to say certain things about certain products, because they understand that all our skin is different from each other. So not all my videos are sponsored. If it is sponsored, I make a very obvious note either on screen or in the description box that it is sponsored, but not all my videos are sponsored. Come on, guys. Put me on the hot seat. So the next question is from my little sister. You guys, I haven't seen her in a long time, but it's okay. She's doing fine. She is alive, she's breathing, and she's occasionally using my skincare products, which I'm okay with. First of all, so proud. And what's your inspiration for your YouTube journey / aesthetic? I just really pick and choose, pull here and there. I love editing videos. I love designing the graphics for videos. And so I just kind of play around with my graphics and my aesthetics. Or I should say, I play around with my graphics, which ends up altering and changing and evolving my aesthetics on this channel. So it's really just that. In terms of my skincare videos, my reviews, it really depends on the products and the brand that I'm reviewing. So Pyeongkang, their calming line, it was really just like Centella Asiatica all over, right? So I wanted to make sure that my graphics and my aesthetics in that video reflect that. So that's why I wore like a green shirt, and then all my graphics on the screen were like this dark forest green. And I just feel like that's important from my standpoint, because that's how I want to show my respect for the companies that I'm working with. I'm a very soft vibes person and so that's where my aesthetics really comes from. So next. Okay, the next question comes from my friend Jess. This is another friend Jess, okay? I have like 7 friends named Jess. She said, I'm ready for you to drag popular but unethical or poor formulated skincare brand. Oh, Jess is trying to get me in trouble. There really is no dragging, at least when it comes to Korean skincare brands. When Purito's sunscreen debacle came to light, I wasn't mad. I was like, it's understandable. Like, the formulation can be done right, but then the manufacturers can easily screw things up. And I believe that's what happened, right? And so I can't even be mad at Purito. And I really loved how Purito came out with the truth, and they were not shy about it. They were not dodging any questions. They were like, you know, we're upfront about it. Like, we screwed up. We let our manufacturers screw it up, and we're apologizing for it. And they ended up recalling all the sunscreens, and I even got my refund for it. So there's no hate for them. And of all the Korean brands and products that I've tried on this channel that you guys seen, honest to God, like, I did not hate any of them. I loved every single one of them. There may be a few products where I'm just like, I think the worst one might have been the tone-up cream from Innisfree, and that really just is because I don't wear makeup and I don't like tone-up creams, and I can't drag them because it's not their fault for making a tone-up cream. There are people out there who enjoy using tone-up creams. So if anything, I can drag like American brands like St. Ives. Like, what were they thinking? Like, they were definitely out here damaging all our skins with their crushed shells or whatever it was, the apricot. Oh my gosh. There's also Kylie Skin, which I don't think she's genuine enough in terms of like coming out with a brand. I feel like she just wanted to hop on the skincare wagon and then make some money off of it, which I think is very disingenuous. Like, it's honestly disgraceful. I remember her releasing that walnut scrub. Come on, that's just like awful for young people to use, and her demographic is definitely like young girls. Just imagining all these young girls using the walnut scrub, right, just because they love Kylie Jenner. It's awful because they have young skin too. So like, if you damage your good and young skin from when you're before 20 years old or whatever, you will have a lot of catching up to do when you're like 30, when you're 40, when you're 50, because then your skin barrier is completely disrupted and completely damaged. If anything, I could drag them. I don't know. I heard Good Molecules as a skincare brand, they're very controversial. Drunk Elephant's also another brand that I don't like working with because, or I don't think I ever want to work with, I should say, because their PR team, I heard, is really bad. Unless they change their PR people, then it's different. That's not even a drag. I don't know, Jess. You're ready for me to drag a brand, but I'm not ready to drag a brand because I have no brands to drag. Next question is, what brand do you want to collaborate with? And this is from SkinKev on Instagram. He's also a friend of mine. What brand do I want to collaborate with? You guys already know my favorite skincare brand, right? Say it with me. Pyeongkangul. They're my first love. Their moisture cream, their essence toner, their mist toner. It just takes me back to like 2015 when I first started using, 2016? I remember that was like when I was introduced to Pyeongkangul. I was so excited, so happy, because I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm finally getting to skincare. Their products are just magic on my skin. Like, whenever I feel like my skin barrier is disrupted, which is very recently and also a little bit now, I just start using Pyeongkangul's products to reset my skin because that's something I have to do. And because of that, they're just like this holy grail for me where I'm just like, if nothing works in this world, I know Pyeongkangul's baseline or their basic signature line, I know that's gonna work. The calming line, on the other hand, some things work for me, some things didn't really work for me, but for sure the Pyeongkangul signature, the blue packaging ones, those work like magic on my skin. So I would love to work directly with them instead of through a distributor like StyleKorean. I love Pyeongkangul. I can talk about them all day. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here. That's the brand I really want to work with. I guess I would really want to work with Neogen directly too, because I love a lot of their products, and they were kind of like the underdogs in terms of like my skincare products, because I have a lot, in case you guys haven't seen in the back. There are so many products that I really like from Neogen, especially their Azoline line. Oh man, that line is beautiful and also effective. I really like them too, so I might want to work with Neogen as well. Oh, the Neogen Micro Essence, micro fermented essence, that, oh my god, I love that so much. I love their UV Airy sunscreen, I believe that's what it's called. I think there are two variations. I love Neogen as well. They have a really special place in my heart too. Okay, I think this will be the final question of the day because that's all the questions I got. Last question is from Namuna. Favorite video you've made so far? My favorite video so far? Originally, it really was the Pyeongkang review because just the whole aesthetic, the color of the video, review itself, I really liked. And then I caught a mistake that I made while filming, and that was when I was talking. Holding up the cleanser, and I said the word toner, and I didn't catch that while I was editing. And then one random day at night, I was like, okay, let me just check how my videos are doing. I played the Pyeongkang video, and up until the part when I was like holding the cleanser and I was like, oh, this toner, blah 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 blah. What I love most about this toner is that Pyeongkang uses a very similar, and that's when I was like, oh no, I said the wrong word and I can't even go back and change it because it's not like a text error. Well, that's unfortunate because that was my favorite video up until that moment. I would say I really like my Cosrx Propolis review too because I illustrated all my what's it called, the graphics on the screen, and I did the frame all by myself. I drew the little bumblebee. I created the mascot, the bumblebee mascot, the honeybee mascot, I should say. I think it's a honeybee. I don't really know. I just remember spending a lot of time on that video, and it came out really well, and it was well received. I'm really happy about that. I had a lot of fun making the Innisfree video, at least with the editing part, as much as I had with the Cosrx video too. Okay, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for submitting your questions, and I hope I answered your questions properly? Is it even possible to answer a question properly that's about me? I'm sorry I wasn't able to drag any brands, Jess, that you wanted me to do, but I shouldn't have done this to my hair because now my hair is gonna look super disheveled. But I hope through this video you guys learn a little bit more about me and what this channel is about. Again, this channel is all about being gentle with yourself. It's about skincare product reviews. It's about wellness, Monster X sometimes. That is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you like this video or if you like this content on this channel. And be safe, stay hydrated, and most importantly, be gentle with yourself. And I'll see you guys in the next time. 안녕히 가세요. 잘 가.